All right, Shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah HaKorash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at GMS. Peace, honor, and respect to you, brothers. That's laboring, edifying, rightly dividing the word in truth and sincerity. And Shalom to you believers out there, Akim Akwa. And I was listening to the brothers from GMS, Alabama camp, Birmingham, Alabama camp, I believe. And they went into this article and it sparked because, I'm tired of Esau, man. And when they went to this article, man, it just did something. Now, just the people's voice, it says 79% of young Americans believe white people are evil and should be punished. And we got the new, brothers been bringing it out for years, starting with the apostles, the elders, the men before them, even all the way to, the brothers that's teaching now. Well, we got news for 79% of America. Your wish is going to be granted, okay? And this is what's going to happen to the Edomites, the self-proclaimed white people. They're going to be punished, and they are evil. All right, so I want to go into this. It said a new poll reveals that 79%, and that 79% ain't just black people, because they want to put this Black Lives Matter, but that's just not black people. Best believe that, because America is a melting pot. All right, they let all of these Arabs come over here, all these other nations over here, and secretly, a lot of these nations feel this way because why? The white man have been all over the world. What am I looking for? He's been all over the planet Earth, spreading his wickedness. It tells you that. Matter of fact, let's go here. All right, I gotta watch it because Esau, boy. This could be long. I meant for this to be short for you brothers and sisters out there. Bro, this man, he compromised brothers' channels for the truth. If you speak against the ABC community, you could lose your livelihood. All right. All types of wickedness. Let's go to First Maccabees. Let me get in King James. First Maccabees 1:9. It says, after his death, and I'll start at verse 7. So, Salaki, let me share this tab. I should have maybe shared this a different way. Bear with me, y'all. One moment. Let me try this. Bear with me one moment, y'all. Bear with me one moment. Let me see if I can do it. Okay. So, First Maccabees 1, starting at verse 7, it says, so Alexander reigned 12 years and then died. And when you go into Alexander the Great, for new brother and sister come across this video, Alexander the Great was a so-called white man. He was an Edomite of the Greek Empire. All right. Making that point, verse 8, and his servants bear rule, every one in his place. So after he died, he had his men. They took that place. He didn't have an heir. I think he had a son. The woman at the time was pregnant. I forget her name. But nonetheless, she was pregnant. So he didn't have an heir at that time that could immediately take his place. Verse 9, and after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years. And evils were multiplied in the earth. So when these white people, white men, put crowns on their heads and their sons and sons, many after them till this day, evils were multiplied in the earth. And what do it say? 79% of young Americans believe white people are evil. Why is that? Because it stems all the way back to the Greek Empire, because this is when they really took hold. Because before that, you had first you had what, the Babylonian Empire. All right, you had before that you could say the Syrian Empire. Okay, and then you had the Medo-Persian Empire. The beginning of the white man rulership was basically the Greek Empire, and that's when those evils were multiplied from this so-called white man. All right. But he's been all over the globe spreading his wickedness. And everybody's tired of it. It says shocked 79% of Americans between 18 and 24. That's the younger generation. All right, these young generations, you got these old bottles. They they want to forgive everybody, But these young people, they like, nah. They see him, they heard the stories and they see what's going down, but it's all due to prophecy too. That's why I titled this lesson The Pendulum Shift. Let's look that up, what that means. Pendulum shift. What is a pendulum shift? Sometimes the use of the word pendulum swings refers to the shifting of ideas or methods. All right. This is a way of illustrating that there is often a norm or equilibrium, and sometimes there is a shift to the far right or the left of that norm. The pendulum may swing one way or another and then later swing back. So the pendulum, when we were going down, it was shifting from us going down to them going up. The Israelites going down to the Edomites going up. Now that pendulum, what it does is gain momentum and it swings back. So now it's swinging back to the Edomite going down and the Israelites rising. What is the metaphor of a pendulum swinging? The pendulum metaphor reminds us that change is a process and we need to keep pushing forward even when we face obstacles or setbacks. And brothers in the ministry, even sisters, okay, we understand that change is a process and change is coming. But we need to keep pushing forward, even though what? Through much tribulation shall we enter the kingdom of heaven. All right. Those are the obstacles that we face and the setbacks, being in this flesh. All right. The day-to-day actual living. We come across these obstacles and setbacks, but change is a process and we're in that process right now. Furthermore, just like a pendulum gains momentum and energy with each swing, change can also gain momentum and energy as it progresses, right? And that's why the scripture tell us that that it's like a mother. I don't want to butcher it. It's because the scripture, and you know what, I didn't know I was gonna get into all this. Let me see. The scripture tell us it's like, a mother about the, when the baby can pass her womb, roughly paraphrasing, when a woman is having her contractions, the first one, it gets it hurts more and more. All right. And they come more rapidly. All right. So she might have a contraction. I don't got kids, but I heard about this, a contraction might come I'm going to just say 5 minutes. I could be wrong, sisters. Let's say every 5 or 10 minutes. Well, when it get closer to the baby coming, it's going to be coming more back to back is what I'm saying. So, and the Lord told us that's what's going to happen in this process of change. Okay. Let's see. That's it. That's basically the point. We understand what the pendulum shift is, and it's shifting. And the Lord told us it was going to shift. So, matter of fact, let's get this. Deuteronomy, starting at verse 1, it says, "And it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse, which I have set before thee, And thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whether the Lord thy power have driven thee. So the Lord, it was already set up that the Israelites was going to basically rise and fall. I say rise because we was given the law, statutes, and commandments. That was a rise per se. Then you had Joshua come through and conquer. We got our land, so that was like our rise. But it was already set up for us to fall. You see it right here. And shall, verse 2, and shall return unto the Lord thy power, and shall obey his voice, according to all that I command thee this day, thou and thy children, with all thy heart and with all thy soul. This is what's going on right now. This is that change. Because now, brothers and sisters, we know we're not African Americans. We know we Israelites. We have an idea who we are. Because I ain't gonna lie. Years ago, like when I was a teen, I remember asking myself, like, because you hear about being an African American, I'm like, but who am I? Where do I come from? What part of Africa? Who am I? I used to ask myself, like, who are we? I used to wonder, like, I wonder who are we? Because it was stripped. It was stripped. And the Lord heard you. The Lord heard me. Because I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. The Lord heard us when we was wondering who we really was. Okay? Verse 3. That then the Lord thy power will turn thy captivity. All right, the Lord is turning our captivity right now and have compassion upon thee and will return and gather thee from all the nations where the Lord thy power has scattered thee. And that's taking place first with this word. Matter of fact, let's go here. Lamentations, let's hold that. Lamentations 4 and 21, it says, rejoice, okay, and be glad, O daughter of Edom. So these Edomites, these white people, you should be happy right now because that pendulum is shifting. This is why 79% of young Americans, the future, because the young people are the future, okay? 79%, and best believe a lot of these older people believe it too. And the brother brought out an excellent precept last night, and I gotta get it. 79% of the future believe white people are evil and should be punished. This is the future. That means out of 10 people, 8 of them basically believe that y'all should be punished. That means if we was to take a vote and say, should we punish white people? 8 raise their hand, y'all will be punished. Even though it's up to the Heavenly Father, it was already wrote for y'all to get punished. Now let's go back to Lamentations. So rejoice and be glad, you white folks, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. So that cup that the Israelites drunk, you gonna drink it. Thou shalt be drunken and shall make thyself naked, right? So you're being exposed right now. You getting naked, you're being exposed as being evil. All right? You're being exposed as being a liar, a rapist, a murderer. All right? A oppressor. Because look, this right here, it say 2/3 of voters oppose an ideology that white people are and man, you know these you can't believe a white man or his woman. And almost 7 in 10 find this ideology hurtful to society. Yeah, 7 out of 10 white people. 7 white people out of 10. It was probably 7 white people in the rest other nations. But you see that circle where it says, let me see if I can blow this up. You see right here where it says, oh man, I didn't mean to go to X. You see right here where it says on the poll, what is it doing? Right here on the poll where it says, there's an ideology that white people are oppressors and non-white people and people of certain groups have been oppressed and as a result should be favored today at universities and for employment. Do you support or oppose? Now I say 65% oppose. Now, this devil probably interviewed a lot of white people. But you see the youth, this is the future. 49% of it. So it's basically a split from 25 to 34. And when you get here, then the polls drop. See? All right. 18 to 24. Do you think this ideology is helpful or hurtful to our society. 18 to 24 age range, 51% said it's helpful. So the youth is saying, y'all niggas need to be punished. And best believe it's just not black people. Because they don't want to act like it's just black people. No, it's these other nations as well. And the precept the brothers got, I'm gonna get it. But let's go back to limitations. So that cup, you gonna drink about, you gonna drink of it, of slavery, being oppressed. Verse 22, Lamentations 4 and 22. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. So when we went to Deuteronomy 30 and 3, it says what? The Lord is gonna turn our captivity, mean we're gonna come out of that captivity. He gonna have compassion upon us. And it start with this word all the way until physically metastasize into the kingdom. And we really gonna see and feel that compassion. But the compassion right now is what? Receiving his word. That's the start of the compassion. Because see, we know what's gonna happen. We know they end. So the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. This is our last captivity under the rule of the so-called white man. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. And that's why you see things like this now, where 79% of the youth believe, and it's other age ranges believe that. But a lot of these older people, they're in that forgive, forget, them old bottles. But these young people, they like, nah, we ain't having it. So again, we're coming out of our captivity. Let's go back to Deuteronomy. We left off at verse 3. It says that then the Lord thy power will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations, whether the Lord thy power have scattered thee. If any of thine be driven out unto the outmost parts of heaven, from thence will the Lord thy power gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee. And the Lord thy power will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it, and he will do good and multiply thee above thy fathers. So it was already wrote for this to happen. Esau, he can't stop it. You got the thing where they got the doomsday bunkers. Man, cut it out. And guess what? The Lord gonna snatch you. We gonna snatch you up out of there, and you going right into slavery. If you make it through the missiles, that's all you're gonna be saved for, is to go be them first fruits of slavery. Verse 6. And the Lord thy power will circumcise thine heart and the heart of thy seed, to love the Lord thy power with all thy heart and with all thy soul, that thou mayest live. And verse 7, and the point that I want to make. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies. Who is our enemy? Our arch enemy. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. With along the rest of you other nations, y'all gonna suffer too. Because y'all was right along there with them. Even though y'all want Edom to suffer, y'all gonna see that. But y'all gonna be in servitude as well, because y'all the ones who licked the wounds of the Israelites. Y'all the ones who licked those wounds, meaning when we were under subjection under the Esau, Edom, y'all came along and capitalized off that. That's why you Koreans is able to capitalize off selling our women hair and them nails and all them products y'all do, and even having the liquor stores, even you Arabs selling the Lucy's and the blunts. Y'all was able to capitalize off of us being down. That's why y'all in our communities getting rich. And thine curses upon, so these curses is going to put upon y'all, just like we are hated of the nations. Well, the nations don't like y'all either. And the Lord thy power put all these curses upon thy enemies, and on them that hate thee, you other nations as well, which persecuted thee. This is what's going to happen to Esau and the rest of y'all nations. Y'all stinking Arabs, Ham, y'all stinking Chinese, Japanese people, all y'all are going to get these curses put on y'all. Y'all not going to ride off in the sunset either, like y'all just innocent. No, it don't even matter. We not about to split the cake with y'all Arabs. Now y'all Palestinians. Now y'all want to, band together. Nah, that ain't our fight. That's between you and the Edomite. Israel ain't got nothing to do with no Palestinians. So it said what? That these curses gonna be put upon y'all. And again, like I said, it's not just now check Esau out what he says. He said Big League Politics has reported on racist, low IQ academics who fake research in order to drive the growing industry of anti-white hate. Right. Because again, it's just not us who don't mess with you so-called white people. It's the other nations. Let's get it. The brother brought out a beautiful precept, the head of the camp down there in Alabama, GMS, Alabama. Let's go to, this is Ecclesiasticus, Sirach 10, verse 29. It says, who will justify him that sinneth against his whole soul, and who will honor him that dishonoreth his own life? Because Esau, Edom, you got to think, he got the whole planet, but he didn't divide the spoils with his nation. No, only a few of them divided the spoils, and he lead the rest of his nation out to dry. In the kingdom, ain't no Israelite gonna be on the street, but you can see an Edomite on the street. All right, some of them might be Jakes, but nonetheless, you have poor Edomites. You have Edomites complaining in their kingdom. Ain't no Israelites gonna be complaining in the kingdom. You're not gonna have, somebody from the tribe of Asher mad, or one of the Israelites, Eve mad because, no, that ain't gonna be happening in the kingdom. All Israel gonna be good. But see, Esau, being that unjust ruler, well, he's bad to his own nation. All right. Verse 30, the poor man is honored for his skill, and the rich man is honored for his riches. Right. So, like the brother was saying last night, the poor man is honored for his skill, because like he said, as Israel as a whole is honored. You got the LeBron James, the Michael Jordans, the Muhammad Ali's. They're honored. We honor for our talents, how we can dance like Michael Jackson. We honor even in our lower state, even in captivity, Israel is honored. That's why you got to think back. And it's always been like that. Think of the time when Joseph was in Egypt. He was honored. Think about the three holy children, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Think about Daniel. He was honored in captivity. And the rich man is honored for his riches. Right. So the only reason these other nations deal with Esau on the level they do is because his military might. He's been blessed with that sword. You think China and Saudi Arabia and all of them really love the white man like that? No, they don't. But they got to deal with him because of his, he's been given the fatness of the earth. Verse 31, he that is honored in poverty, how much more riches? So, right, just like how Israel, you can, no matter what these other nations know, it's something special about us. Even though they might not like us, they know it's something special about us. You got to think of somebody, even though our people is in this wickedness in the entertainment industry, you got to think of somebody like a 50 Cent or a Jay-Z or LeBron, who made it from nothing all the way to a billionaire in captivity. You see what I'm saying? So we honored in poverty. How much more when we in the kingdom? We're going to be honored. Think about that. And he that is dishonorable in riches, how much more in poverty? So just think, the white man is in his kingdom and this is coming out. So how much more, right? How much more when these curses really is metastasized on him? How much more when he got a drink of that cup, when that cup is really passed to him? How much more? How much more, is this man going to be spat on? How much more, man? Think about it. You see what I'm saying? So when we go here to Psalms 18, it says, and when you go up, it says, the Lord prays for giving deliverance, because we're going to be delivered. All right. This is King David. Go to Psalms 18 and I'm going to start at verse 35. It says, Thou hast also given me the shield of thy salvation, and thy right hand hath holden me up, and thy gentleness hath made me great. Thou hast enlarged my steps under me, that my feet did not slip. I have pursued my enemies and overtaken them, neither did I turn again till they were consumed. Right, and this is what's gonna happen, man. We're gonna we're gonna overtake our enemies, man. Okay. Verse 38, it says, I have wounded them that were not able to rise. They are fallen under my feet. And the brother made this point that, in the kingdom, we're not just going to pass by Esau and even y'all rest of y'all other nations, but specifically this white man and his woman. Because, see, Becky, you're going to get it too. You're going to work hard too. You're not going to slide through because you're a woman. No. The Israelite woman was out there in the field. You're going to be out there in the field. So we're not just going to look at y'all Edomites and be like, yeah, he used to rule, and then we just let bygones be. But no, they're going to be under our feet. Y'all going to be in subjection. Just like y'all made us a no people, we going to make y'all a no people. See? For thou hast girded me with the strength unto the battle, for thou hast subdued under me those that rose up against me. Right. So these Edomites, all of they snickering and, all of the taunting, all of the things that we had to go through. Well, we're going to give you back double, man. Best believe that. Verse 40, thou hast also given me the necks of mine enemies, that I might destroy them that hate me. Right. Didn't it say that the Lord was going to put all these curses upon our enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee? Right. And we guess what's going to happen? We're going to have a necks. All right. Just like our necks was putting those yokes of iron, we're going to have a necks, meaning they're going to be under our complete control. Because just think about it. If you take a rope and you tie it around somebody's neck, you basically got them under control. You can pull them wherever you want to pull them. You see what I'm saying? It's going to be a hard struggle to get away when you got something tied around their neck and you just ringing it around. That's how they used to do us. All right. And we're going to do on y'all double. To say 79% of the youth believe y'all evil and should be punished. And what do the scriptures say? Revelation 13:10. He that leadeth into captivity. So Esau, Edom, and the rest of y'all nations led us into captivity. Because these Arabs, it was a Arab slave trade when they had us. All right, we've been under subjection to all these nations. This is just the latest captivity. See, the Lord remember all the captivities we've been in. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. So just like the white man been spreading his evil, well, he's going to get evil. Just like he's been a punisher, he's going to be punished. All right. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience. This is our patience right here. And the faith of the saints. Yeah, we got faith in this. We know this is going to come to pass. We just ready for it to come. But, everything everything has been beautifully designed by the Lord to, them dominoes going to fall when they fall. But guess what? We know it's coming. We know it's coming. We just got to have that patience. All right. But that day coming, we got the faith. We know it's coming because it's right here. But just like he killed with that sword, all right, he going to be killed with the sword. That's what's going to happen to him. Okay. So, I just wanted to bring this out. I seen the article the brothers have brought out, and I was just like, man, some scriptures started popping in my head, Oh, man, yeah, this 79% of young Americans, this the youth. All right. This is the youth. This is the future right here. This is what they thinking. Okay. So you have a whole new generation that's thinking differently. When really, They didn't take a poll of the people before 18 and 24. So ain't no telling what this generation, if they would have took it with these generations, what the consensus is now. Right now, with the 25 to 34, it's damn near 50-50 split. You know what I'm saying? Look at it. It's damn near 50-50. All right. But then when you get 35 to 44, it start dropping. 39, 33, 19, 65 plus. You got to figure. You get to this age range, that 19% still holding on. That's Jake right there. Like, nah, man. They even need to be punted. And with Esau, man, you never know. These could be higher. But you see the generation after them, they believe it. It's damn near 50 split. See? But yeah, I just wanted to bring this out for brothers and sisters, Things like this is good to know. All right. Because this ain't come out of nowhere. This is the Lord moving. This is the Lord working right here. That's a part of that pendulum shift. So Lord willing, this is edifying to the next lesson. Shalom.